Hantie Plomp. I'm the founder and managing director of Triplo4 Sustainable Solutions. The company was formed in 2011 and we specialize in solving environmental challenges and helping our clients to improve their environmental performance, but in a sustainable way. That means that when we are looking at their challenges or their problems, we are trying to find a solution that will address both the socio-economic needs as well as the environmental requirements. The work that we do is on water management, waste management, air quality, biodiversity. We also assist our clients with sustainability reporting, with management systems, as well as compliance matters. It's really an interesting field. I started off with environmental management about 30 years ago. And when we started, it was really unknown. And people called us the bunny huggers. And over the period of time in the last 30 years, it really has expanded into, I think, a point where people are understanding that there is a need, and generally there's an awareness that conservation is important, environmental management is important. We need to look at our own actions and understand how we can address those actions that we have in such a way that it does not negatively impact the environment, but still provide for our needs. Well, I grew up in a small mining town, and at high school I went to a boarding school in Potchefstroom University. I went to Pretoria University, where I completed my degree in microbiology and human physiology. After that, I joined the local mine, where my parents worked as well. I think everyone in the town works at the mine. And I was fortunate that during the school holidays, I could actually do work in a chemical laboratory. And as soon as I was married, which was immediately the year after I finished my studies, I was offered a position in the chemical laboratory, where typically we analyzed water, uranium and gold. But it was a routine analysis that had to be done. And I did not feel that it challenged me, but in order to get promotion, I also did a part-time for over 4 years, a national degree in analytical chemistry. But I was very grateful when the opportunity arose, and I was transferred to the environmental management department. And within the first 2 weeks of being there, having been exposed to the waste management guidelines, I said this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And I then went on to get a qualifications, a master's degree in environmental management. And as they say, the rest is history. You know, when I grew up, I would think a few dreams. I really dreamed of being at the coast. Because we came from Northwest and coming down to the coast, it fed my soul, and I wanted to be at the coast. I think that I've been born with a caring nature, and I really wanted to have my own business sometime in life. And I think through the years, Triplo4 is a culmination of all of that I wanted to have in life, and I still believe that the dream is still evolving. I'm still looking forward to how this is going to pan out in the future. But definitely what Triplo4 has done for me is that it has given me the opportunity to live at the coast, especially in the north coast of KZN, that I absolutely love. I love environmental management, and I was able to put that together in a business where I can also care for the environment and people. You know, as I said, I love environmental management, I love people, and I do love business. As far back as in, I think it was 1992, I even did a course in small business management. And because of my love for the environment as well, it just came together in putting those two loves of me and also people, because as I said before, that environmental management, good environmental sustainability is really about finding that balance between the social needs, the economic aspects that often relates to business, and then the environmental conservation. So how did I get to where I am now. I really believe that it is collectively all the experiences and knowledge that a person has gained. That would be all the good, all the bad, all the opportunities, all the challenges, the victories, those that I surrounded myself with, as well as those that I could positively impact and support in life, and also my faith. I believe all of that together, your experiences through a lifetime, really brings you to where you are. And I believe a person needs to consistently evaluate, where you are and where you want to go to. It takes that community and a consistent attention to that to bring you where you are and to take you forward. So, yes, there has been challenges. Yes, there has been victories. There has been good days and there has been bad days. But all of it takes you to the point where you say, yes, this is what I want to do with my life. This is how I'm going to continue building what I have established. And also to take you to further heights. You never just arrived. Life really is a journey. And it really takes communities, circumstances, and everyone around you to shape you to the point where you can actually actively contribute to society and community, and for me, to the environment as a whole. My parents has been motivating my whole life. I look up to my parents. They are now 81 years old. And I do believe that I've really been privileged in that they've loved me and they've instilled in me, first of all, caring. And also that from a very young age, they exposed me to entrepreneurship. They themselves worked, I think 3 to 4 jobs, but they also created opportunities. And within those opportunities as children, we had to help. And that really created an entrepreneurial spirit. So I really look up to my parents. Also the diligent approach that they had in life and the ethics that they have had towards life, and that would be people and the environment. So they've really inspired me. And as I say, it may sound strange, but really my work, and I put work in abbreviations, that what I do, it inspires me to want to do more, because I truly have found my passion and I truly, truly love what I am doing. Well, first of all, as the founder and the managing director, it is important for me to establish strategy. Then to ensure that there's a good team that can execute the strategy. And in order to do that is to make sure that we put in place processes and systems that will help the team to achieve the goals, and that's what we want to do within Triplo4. I think what is even more important is really to establish a culture and to instill good principles. And that would be to ensure good quality throughout, to ensure an ethical approach, a respect towards, your clients, all your other stakeholders, and also to ensure excellence. And for me, that is where I believe that I'm making the biggest impact, is to really help establish a generation that has that ethical approach and love for what they do. With us in Triplo4, one of our values, we have a few, we've got 4. Excellence is definitely one, integrity is another one, but another requirement is to be passion-filled. I want everyone to understand you are not doing a job. That is where, if you do a job, you're just doing a job and it's tick the boxes. You want to go the extra mile because you love what you are doing and you love the difference that you are making. I really appreciate what our clients say about the work that we are doing. And if I say work, it's the service that we provide, the solutions that we provide, is that Triplo4 has a problem-solving aptitude and that we are pleasant to work with. And that is about, how do we treat our clients? How do we go about the work that we do? And the latest one that we've received, of which I'm very proud of, is the client said, "You guys are awesome." As a Triplo4, it's really important to ensure empowerment and transformation. So as a company, we really strive to achieve those goals. And we are proud that we are 100% women-owned, that we are 53% black-owned and 53% youth-owned. We have had ISO 14001, which is an environmental management system, and 9001, which is a quality management system, for the last 7 years. And over the years that we have been in operation, we have taken in 36 interns, and we have trained them, and they have 90% of them have been absorbed. Over 90%, we did the calculations, actually been absorbed into the workplace, either internally through Triplo4 or externally into the profession and the marketplace. We're also grateful that we did receive the National Business Award in 2019 for entrepreneurship. And in 2021, we also was awarded the Standard Bank Top Women Award, and that was for biodiversity, conservation and environmental management. So we're extremely proud of that achievement. And then since 2019, we have received recognition through being finalists in terms of biodiversity, SMME, entrepreneurship, and KZN Top Business. It's also important for us in Triplo4 that our achievements are not just internal. We also need to live out into our community. And through the years, we contribute to NGOs that is involved with wildlife, environmental management. And for instance, some of those that we have contributed, and we're still contributing on an annual basis, some of them we actually contribute on a monthly basis. And that is, for instance, Crow, the Sandkop, which is about penguins. We contribute to the SPCA for the vaccinations that they are doing, the works that they are doing in the more poorer areas, the feline cats and ferals, the owl sanctuary. So there's quite a few of them that's on our list, and we contribute to them financially. And then we're really proud of the achievement that we implemented together with Hirsch's stores. That is throughout Gauteng, KZN, as well as the Western Cape, together with service providers. And that initiative is about collecting e-waste, and then for those also be responsibly disposed of or recycled. We're very, very excited about that achievement, and also still that space that will still continue to develop as well. Yes, I think environmental management and the space of consulting is just a place where you naturally deal with challenges. As I said before, years ago we were known as the bunny huggers. And although that there has been an acknowledgement of the importance of environmental management, waste management as well, there is still this conflict between the need for the development, the needs of business and society as a whole, and the need for environmental conservation. So that conflict still remains, and it's very important for us as a company to try and find that solution to that problem. And I do believe that anyone that faces a big challenge really loves a good solution. And that is why our clients love working with us, because we have that problem-solving approach. And we do respect that they have a need for the business, but we also respect the environment. And it's to bring that solution together, that it's an integrated solution that is site-specific and project-specific. And often it requires us to think a little bit outside of the box. It's not your normal common sense solution, your everyday solution, but when we also bring in that solution, we make sure that it complies with the legislative requirements for conservation. To follow in my path, I think first of all is just to deal with the practicalities. You do your due diligence. You need to understand what you want to do. Formulate that in your mind, exactly what you want to do. Then you need to understand how you want to do this and how you need to do this. And then you also need to understand your resources. What resources do you have and what resources will you need? So that's just plain practicalities. Get the basics right. If you need be, engage the services of someone that can help you with a business plan. But then, once you've worked that out, you need to start to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect others to believe in you? I also believe that you should not consent to limiting views and limiting opinions. And definitely do not consent to a self-gratification, self-indulgent, self-entitlement attitude, because those will not serve you or your client. Then, once you've started, you need to prepare. You will have challenges, and you must not give up after the first or the third or even the 10th hurdle, because challenges are part of business. And if you go into consulting, yes, it adds another layer on top of that. But having a positive attitude, having a solution-driven approach to any challenge, having that belief, tenacious belief that you can do it. And then add in a good measure of knowledge, of ethics, and good principles. And I do believe that you will overcome all of those challenges and that you will have the benefit of growing and sustaining a company. We definitely still a young company. We're 13 years old. We're still looking forward to many years in which we will make a difference, and not just for this generation, but also we want to make sure that the solutions we bring will be beneficial for generations to come. From a short-term perspective, yes, we want to grow our footprint. We want to establish a strong international presence. So if we look at it from a medium-term perspective, we want to establish at least 7 offices within South Africa. We do want to establish at least 1 international office. And ultimately, we want to be able to list on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. So yes, I know it's lofty goals, but I do believe that every single large, successful company has started off with an idea that was cultivated and nurtured unto the greatness that they are today. I really love talking to my husband. We have a beautiful relationship, marriage, 37 years. And we talk about anything and everything. It really makes me laugh, and it makes me appreciate all the blessings that I do have. So that's, I think most of the time, that's mostly what we do on a daily basis. Talk in the morning and talk in the afternoons, talk in the evenings. But then I also do love to build puzzles. I do love to solve a problem. And sometimes I like your quick and easy, the colorful, easy pieces. that I can do basically within a weekend. And then I also sometimes love the challenging ones that would take me sometimes between a month to 2 months to solve. I love reading. I love to read about healing. I love to read about leadership, and then also Christian's literature and the Bible. Healing is the other part of my life, and it really started off probably more than 20 years ago, where I really heard God's voice, and God said to me, start a healing center. So that's why healing is important to me, and I see that, again, my life getting together right from the beginning, where I studied human physiology, looking at natural healing options, but also looking at the healing of the environment. And also, within your walking life, you constantly meet people that has got some problems. And it's lovely to be able to say to them, have you heard of this? Have you tried that? Beetroot for your blood pressure, for instance. Other alternatives to cholesterol and statins. Natural alternatives for stress, for instance. And people... I love to follow up as well with people, and healing prayers for people, and to follow up and to get this, my life has changed. I've used this, or I'm using that, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that in terms of healing. And so that, yes, it's an important part of my life as well. Love to do and combine it, integrate it into my life and into my business as well.